finals. And so I'll leave it there. I mean, I'm just obviously disheartened. I'm a human too. I have a family. I have 2 kids who are devastated.
Everyone assumed she would simply wait her turn, smile for the cameras, and accept the situation. They expected Caitlin Clark to feel grateful just for being in the building, sitting at the end of the bench. I am happy to learn from the legends. The story went. But it seems the WNBA underestimated its biggest star. Now the consequences are arriving one after another. Insiders reportedly say the golden girl of women's basketball no longer wants to play for the Indiana Fever. What's strangest is that the players didn't simply push her out. Commissioner Cathy Engelbert appears to have unintentionally confirmed the toxic environment behind this shocking decision. Waiting her turn has been replaced by walking away. If the reports are true, the league is about to lose its most valuable asset on the international stage, a roster decision that started it all. It began with what many consider the worst roster mistake in sports history, a decision that shaped everything that followed. When the Indiana Fever's Paris roster was announced, the one name driving all the buzz, selling out arenas, and boosting TV ratings was missing. Under the banner of experience, the selection committee claimed Clark hadn't paid her dues yet. They said the group needed season-long chemistry to win gold. Honestly, no one believed that was the real reason. The decision-makers chose to sit her out for the entire summer. This came even as fans watched her signature three-pointers and highlight reel assists all season. The message to her was loud and clear. Fame and wealth aside, she still wasn't one of them. But that snub was only the beginning. If leaving her off the roster was a sign of indifference, what happened once the season started felt like a direct attack. On-court targeting. As soon as the season began, Clark became an open target. We saw blindside hip checks. One widely discussed hit from Chennedy Carter sent Clark sprawling before the ball was even lived. We saw hard shoves, face guarding, and repeated physical targeting. It went far beyond normal basketball competitiveness. But it wasn't only the players. It was the silence from the league office. WNBA leadership seemed unbothered by their rookie sensation being roughed up on national television. BY declining to punish players quickly, they let the story spiral. Public backlash eventually grew too loud to ignore. They were slow to call plays what they were, flagrant fouls. That lack of protection led to a moment that changed everything. The commissioner's comments backfired just as things seemed to calm down. Commissioner Cathy Engelbert stepped in and made things worse. In a recent CNBC interview widely viewed as a PR disaster, she tried to downplay the hostility aimed at Clark. She compared it to the Magic Johnson-Larry Bird rivalry of the 1980s. She talked about the rivalry's business value and marketing worth to the league. Smiling through the interview, she never condemned the real hostility and prejudice hovering over players and fans alike. It was a serious misstep. BY framing the targeting and hostility as just another business metric, she effectively validated Clark's sense of isolation. It signaled clearly that the league prioritized drama and revenue over player safety and well-being. The commissioner's comments drew immediate backlash. The WNBA Players Association, which usually supports league growth initiatives, was forced to issue a statement distancing itself from Engelbert's remarks. Engelbert herself declined to directly condemn racism in the sport. That job was left to players like Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier. For Clark, though, the damage was likely already done. Imagine being the employee generating enormous TV deals, record profits, and better travel for everyone else. Now imagine your boss going on national television to suggest that the backlash against you is simply good for business. That's the kind of betrayal that makes someone question their loyalty. And that's exactly where the departure rumors began. Tension with the veterans. You can't discuss this without addressing the tension within the roster itself. Resentment ran deep among the veteran core. The Olympic team has long been a tight-knit group. It's been dominated for years by the same legends and friends who've played together for over 10 years. Rumors have circulated for months that several veteran players wanted to protect their chemistry in Paris. Some reportedly saw it as protecting their bond from the Caitlin Clark circus. There were factors beyond basketball fit at play. It was about the spotlight. Diana Taurasi's now famous warning that reality was coming for Clark didn't age well. Clark went on to set rookie records and lead the league in assists. be why keeping her off the Olympic roster. The veterans believed they were protecting their culture and locker room chemistry. Instead, they may have simply cut ties with the next generation. They won gold, but they lost the PR battle. They alienated the millions of new fans who tuned in specifically to watch number 22. A turning point. The story now takes a major, lasting turn. According to insider reports and new speculation, Clark isn't just sitting at home upset about missing Paris. She's reportedly taking steps to protect her own reputation and career. Rumor has it that after being left off the Olympic roster, Clark is choosing to focus her energy elsewhere. She's reportedly stepping back from continued heavy investment in the national program. Mistreated by teammates and overlooked by the commissioner, it's reportedly a calculated move on her part. She knows the ratings follow her. She knows she's the driving force behind ticket and jersey sales. If the Indiana Fever doesn't fully embrace her, the thinking goes, she doesn't need them. She knows she's bigger than the league logo now. There are reports she's quietly signaled she won't accept future national team invitations if the current culture doesn't change. The financial stakes, if this walkout is real, the consequences will be significant. There's now real discussion about the sport's biggest star potentially declining to represent the country. The reason? League politics and a lack of support. The dynamic has completely flipped. The WNBA and the Fever were built on the idea that an Olympic medal is the ultimate prize. The old thinking was that athletes need the system to succeed, but Clark has shown she may, in fact, be the system. Heading into the Los Angeles Olympics, the national team reportedly risks losing its most important marketing asset if she steps away. The commissioner's office doesn't seem to grasp the financial risk this poses. They need her face on the billboards for LA 2028. They're trying to sell a product that the massive new audience simply won't buy without her. Look at the numbers, because they paint a troubling picture for the league if Clark walks away. Before her arrival, the WNBA struggled to turn a profit, flying commercial and playing in half-empty arenas. Since her draft selection, league-wide attendance has climbed by nearly 40%. TV viewership has surged. The league signed a record media rights deal worth more than $2 billion. That revenue has given every veteran better travel and higher pay. The irony is hard to ignore. Both the veterans and league management have treated her like an outsider. All of them, though, cash the checks. Her popularity is written. If she chooses to focus solely on the Fever and step back from international competition, the consequences ripple outward. She's effectively leaving the national team to lean on veterans who simply don't move the needle the same way. Why the commissioner's comments mattered so much. To understand why Clark might make such a drastic move, it helps to revisit exactly what the commissioner said. Asked about the ugliest parts of the online discourse, racism, misogyny, threats, Engelbert pivoted instead. She turned it into a business comparison with past rivalries. She likened it to the physical NBA rivalries of the 1980s. But the kind of hostility being seen today didn't exist in those earlier conflicts, even accounting for the physical play. T.O. Clark, a young athlete who has stayed composed and professional throughout. The message must have landed as dismissive of everything she's endured.